It's that broom handle, man. That's the difference maker, that 3 armor. But a little glimmer of hope, I'd say, for Gambit there. Got the Aegis, got the pick off on the Wyvern. I think if Wyvern's out of the fights, they can afford to commit really hard on the rest of the heroes for Vici. That's kind of the counter-initiation threat that could prevent you from 5-manning onto 1 hero. So really important pickup if they can manage to get that in the future. DY gonna have to be a little bit more careful of his map positioning. Plus 200 for Tiny.
We're battling around these 10-minute marks again. 15 seconds, FNG waiting it out. Is someone going to TP down to help him? Torrent, that's well off the target. Not exactly certain who that was for, but Vici Gaming, they want to fight. They are all down here on bottom lane. Gambit are coming as well. Now we go into the Ascension. Puck now with an Aghanim Scepter. Is he ready to get involved in this engagement? FNG borrowed time, buying him exactly that. But it looks like Gambit don't want to have anything to do with it. FNG will be happy to sacrifice him, but you know they're hunting for more. The toss forward and Yang just blinks up again. So maneuverable.
The vision is... you just have to run, man. The flying vision 1800 radius is just insane.
Cuss. This one's over on the Morphling. Avalanche and Toss. He'll come back down again. A BKB. There's the 9-second one going down. The Dream Call just keeps Wyvern in position as Puck. Ooh, careful. Had to phase shift just quickly, so he was able to blink away to safety, away from VG's attack.
That's why we're seeing Wyvern be picked up from Vici against the Puck, because you traditionally think that these magic damage heroes are good against the Wyvern's Cold Embrace, but during the coil, heroes are usually just stuck there taking damage, but if you just Cold Embrace yourself, it buys time, it almost mitigates the coil entirely from a 5-position support. That's why I was a bit nervous for Gambit's draft. The Puck, I think the hardest counter we've seen so far this tournament that's impressed me is this Wyvern. It's defensive as well as an offensive combo, or counter, excuse me.
But is Vici still really good at dealing with the side lane push that comes out very strongly from heroes like Wolf as well as Puck?
Yeah, just at this point, there's just so many low cooldown abilities from Vici that Gambit, whenever this ultimate from Night Stalker is on cooldown, as you see here, they do have to make something happen.
They come
smoking up, showing Dream in the mid lane, looking to pressure this mid-tier 1 tower.
The Observer Ward saw Eurus for just a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower.
And Ari's going to be the man to present himself as he goes to defend the tier 1 tower in mid lane, and if they can jump on him, they can remove a large portion of that team fight. But the Blink Dagger curse from Wyvern, he's back at the tier 2 tower. He's in range. GPK attacking from the tree line, able to take out the tier 1 tower. FNG, that front liner, they've already lost the Observer Ward. They don't have any kind of extra information. And look at him again. FNG, the sacrifice. Oh, the TP! It did not complete. So defensive Yule Scepter from the Dark Willow, he can't survive. FNG will be pulled back by the X marks the spot. The supports from Gambit just taking it for the team.
I think they just have too many squishy heroes.
GPK, DY, his range was barely out of range to get that curse on the Puck.
Curious if he'll take the night vision this game on the Wyvern, just so he can make sure he gets that extra range as you said. I think he just didn't quite see him yet. Almost level 15. Usually you take the health, but vision game, pretty important here. Whoever gets the jump, pretty much always going the way of Vici. That was also one of my concerns for Gambit's draft, but they're holding on. They're only down by 6,000. By no means is that insurmountable.
Oh, Tany's about to walk into Shashler.
He's just so tanky though, right? 26 armor for free.
Yep. Just like battling against all the Necro books.
The Blade Mail.
That'll work. But he's still down to, well, I suppose, yeah, 2.7k HP. But still drops by almost 2/3.
Ori going for the AC of his own. I just love how Vici seems like they're willing to shift who builds what. Who's the Aura builder? Who's the enabler? Last game we saw the Omni Knight. This game it's Ori on the Kunkka. Just making it easier for their teammates to play the game, knowing the role for each one of them. It's easier said than done. He actually commits for something else. A BKB. As I say that, builds the most selfish item in the game.
He's still got the Assault Cuirass in there, so not everyone can be nice, guys. Sometimes you can be selfish. Gambit, smoked up looking for their opportunity. Eurus, once again, the only one really showing on the map. The Beastmaster Hawk scouting out the jungle.
The new Drow able to push out lanes from a safe distance. A nice little perk for that hero who usually had issues ever showing in lanes.
So close to finishing Butterfly as well. X marks the spot.
He's all alone here. He's
It's-
in no man's land. Looks like they're just going to try to take bottom tower in response.
I feel like FNG is just this walking ward, this walking information.
Vici's
They see
responding,
Winter
TPing Wyvern.
TPing down. Finally, they do kill off the Abaddon. A good Eul Scepter over on the puck. You know what DY wants to do. He wants to curse, however. Access Vampire caught out by Ori. The puck, Dream Core, will allow him to get some distance over on Yang. Ori still looking to get that torn. He clips the back of GPK, but now the Raw, the turn. Kunkka has come forward to try and battle inside the Bramble with the E-Blade pop. Ori now able to get to the BKB. The damage from Dream, he needs the vision. He doesn't see him. Dream just TPs out. So does Ori on 1 HP. The run is good, but the stun as well. Dream can't get away. He meta styles out, but where is the way? Where is the path? The silence just continues forever.
There's just too much health. So much armor, so much raw HP. The damage mitigation from Boat, you're just seeing it. They can't finish anybody.
GPK is trying. He's totally trying.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the third or fourth time we've seen somebody barely live with the run buff. You think they're going to go down. It's so hard to calculate and account for that when you're going for these kills and you're committing all of your abilities on one hero.
I can see it again.
There's on full retreat. The whole fight on Gambit. The blind torrent nails GPK, and you're going on this Kunkka. Look at, throw everything at him, and he just doesn't die. The Boat buff is going to tick off just at the right moment for him, and he just TPs away. Meanwhile, the vision from Nightstalker just telling them that they can commit on whoever they see, because they can see not only the hero they're going for, but the heroes behind him, or lack thereof. Back to the game live, we do have the Beastmaster getting ran at, X'd from the Kunkka as well. No BKB to stop that, and he's just going to go down.
Now you can actually see FNG, all spider legs, can't make it through the trees.
That's going to set up Roche. Drow already hitting it. Full butterfly complete, hitting for 400 damage. With really no damage items, just agility items.
Astro Ranger in a nutshell. So Aegis and Cheese gets to go their way, Vici Gaming. That may be enough that they can breach the high ground of Gambit. Already the wards being planted down by Itani, preparing for exactly that. They want to push through top, push through mid, as Puck desperately scrambles to push out the bottom. And you almost sort of think like he needs a rapier to get enough damage out in these fights. He's got Daedalus lined up. Top lane, FNG. Always feels like he's the man that Vici Gaming start any initiation on. And they go again. Eul Scepter aggressive. They try and force off him around the Bramble, creating a little bit of extra space. The borrowed time will be triggered, and maybe the X mark spot pulls back a little bit too early. The curse. E-Blade save from Dream, but then it's like, oh, amplifying the damage? Nope. Uncertain exactly what all these abilities are meant to be achieving until Yang jumps himself forward. The Dream Coil is out, but the damage output cannot be inflicted. He's BKB protected for the Nightstalker for the moment, looking for a stun of control on GPK. An all fly in once more. Nope, does not want to jaunt in. Fortification, protecting Gambit's base.
They just can't commit on anyone because the Wyvern behind, the Glimmer plus the Cold Embrace, almost damage and vulnerability at that point.
But now you've got no Dream Coil, you've got no AoE control.
Yep.
You've got Beastmaster Raw, but what target do you want to go on? The Aegis Immortals on the Drow Ranger. You can't surprise them, so you just let the racks go.
There's no such thing as having the superior vision. They're too tanky. You have to worry about the counter initiation. Just too many things for Gambit to play around. Vici just taking the slow but sure approach. Almost level 25 on Drow as well.
She'll finish the, well, actually just bypass it. At this point, I think you've almost got to commit your buyback money, right? Like, you need that damage.
Yeah, I don't think anybody on the side of Gambit can really afford to save up. Maybe the supports, because their buybacks are cheaper.
It's only a 1.2k surplus for the Puck.
He's going Ags on Morph, so maybe that's a glimmer of hope. He's going to probably turn into his Willow and have that Ags upgraded Shadow Realm.
They're still 400 gold short. Now, Waffling. Jump forward from the Nightstalker, but it's the more impressive one from the Tiny on the side. Almost just soloing the Dark Willow. Curse Crown will get a quick stun. It's a good three-man Dream Coil, but they need to have a little bit more. Actually, they've got it. The Winter Wyvern has gone down, so there goes that big control factor. And Dream, he's just beating down as hard as he possibly can in towards Ori. He changed into the Drow Ranger. Hence having that good range. Borrowed time now going to wear off for FNG, trying to walk back through the safety of the Bramble. But it does not last long enough, and now another jump forward from Yang. Searching for a target. GPK Needs to be here for the defense. They're going to lose a second lane of racks. The root's on Dro, but that doesn't stop her from attacking. Yang again to the front lines. Dream trying to slow down Eurus. Nowhere to hide inside that Glimmer Cape protection. But the mid-racks is already gone, and Vici Gaming will back out.
They're going to have the TP bottom to defend, but they have no problem with that. They've got what they came for. Still have the Aegis for about another 2 minutes, so they can easily just let the Drow Ranger push out the bottom lane, collapse on this tier 2 bottom, maybe take the outpost before the 40-minute mark if they get there in time. It's PYW thinking about the game clock. Nah, he's thinking about the cash money, Toby. Honestly, he should have gone for that outpost, but it's fine. Looks like Gambit maybe looking to make something happen, move out on the map. Potentially just content taking the bounty rune, scouts out with the tree. And looks like it's going to be a trade 2 for 2. Double damage rune top.
More enabling for Vici Gaming. When Eurus completes up his Skadi, he's already going to be so damn big. There is some level of protection in the BKBs on Chancellor as well as Dream, but they want to fight. Gambit are coming out. Well, who have you got as your primary target? The Hawk needs to scout. Tiny in close already. Eurus seen by the Observer and Sentry, but so is the Wyvern. They realize they can't go on this one. Another toss combination. Have to go into the Shadow Realm. FNG pop pretty damn quickly. The Curse Crown's going to be on the Tiny. He's going to be careful to clip his own Drow Ranger. He is out of range of this. But this fight split into 2 different parts. The Curse is already down. Wyvern will fall, but Puck is trapped. The boat will come in and they hit him hard. Buyback is available for the Puck, but Beastmaster protected slightly by his BKB, but Dream, he has to go ham if Gambit can have any chance to keep themselves alive in this game, because if they keep losing ball with the Beastmaster being the second quarter drop, you know Vici Gaming is going to force the issue. Even burning that 7-second BKB just to ensure a TP home. Gambit, the defensive mindset is strong.
They just have to go for the Wyvern, but they're having to commit so much to get this Wyvern, and by the time they get her, they just die. If they can manage to pick off the Wyvern one more time cleanly without having to invest as much as you're seeing here, where the Puck also pays the price of getting picked off, Beastmaster then roars the Lotus Orb, clutch Lotus Orb usage, I believe from Ori there, reflecting that back onto him, but that is what they need to do, catch the Wyvern. So keep going for that on the side of Gambit. They know if they don't see the Wyvern, or if they do see the Wyvern there, they just can't commit onto anyone else. That's the power of this hero. It always has been, but I think against the Puck specifically, it's just so nice to have that as a backup on the cores. The cores know they can position aggressively. X onto FNG.
And they're just going to keep going on him. E-Blade already been thrown out the Tiny. He's got one of his own too. That's FNG with Gem and True Sight just standing on the front lines. Now, I'm very interested to see if Puck's even going to have time to get to this Divine Rapier he has in his quick buy to work with the Daedalus. Understanding damage output, yeah, it's just not there. Ori up to the high ground. 13 seconds before Puck's going to respawn. That's a nice target. There's no borrowed time for FNG. That force off way won't help him. He's down for a good minute. Dream, what have you really got to give? He's muted out. The Nullifier is already going to work. And the bottom lane of Rax, it will be taken. The top lane's already pushing in, so they can probably get Megas just from the momentum. A 3-man Dream Core. Now the Terrorize thrown out by Vampire. They'll all run out of it. Ninestalker copying so much damage from GPK. Finally, this Puck is doing some work. But the cheese, Ori consumes it. Eurus, he's so running away with that dance. Oh no! The E-Blade, waveform. He needs to demonstrate the link. His fears get protected, but the Rift is there from GPK to find that kill. Gambit, assemble the army. Keep the push going. They need more than what they've got if they're going to try and punish Vici Gaming. TP out from Tiny will be successful. They won't find anything else.
That is Megas.
It is Megas. Gambit are more than on the ropes.
Can they hold? If they get this Divine Rapier on Puck, Toby.
It feels like they could then, but like you drop the treads.
Yeah,
like you sell the treads, you sell the bottle, you just whatever money you can do, mortgage everything. This is a monopoly board. Just flip everything over.
Yeah, FNG dying at the start of the fight. A rough start for them, but they actually managed to hold. Yeah, they lose their racks, kind of inevitably when you're taking that much damage. You have the Leveler on the Night Stalker, the Drow raw damage output, but this looks pretty good to me. You know, you get the Coil, you get the Terrorize. Yeah, they're all BKB, but Morphling standing his ground as long as he's within range of the Drow. Her ultimate procs don't go off, so she cannot ignore his armor. So she does not do nearly enough damage. E-Blade saves coming from both sides, but can Gambit capitalize on this at all? They are able to get back on the map because of these kills. Is that enough? We're going to see with this rapier.
The invisible dream. Looking to work together. Observer Walk gets planted down. Ninestalker quickly into the BKB. Curse is out. It's over on the Morphling. The Dream Core going to snap on the Ninestalker. The ship is going to actually help negate so much of this damage. Puck, they've got the Terrorize to come forward. GPK still trying to do the work, but they forced up the Ninestalker away. So much initiation from Gambit. Then all of this happened while the Drow was down, but hey, she's back. TPing over towards the Shrine. Abaddon has nothing to survive. Say goodbye to the gem. The only upside for Gambit is Roshan is a long spawn timer. And it's the only upside they have. And, oh, maybe there's another one. The boots, the treads, they're sold. GPK has Rapier.
You just see the power of the Wyvern Cold Embrace. Such a low cooldown save. The Nightstalker took so much damage, and then he just lives because you can't afford to commit through it. There's no way to remove that. There's no counter. You don't have enough magic damage to burst him full to 0, and the right clicks obviously do 0 when he's in the Cold Embrace. 4 seconds of nearly invulnerability. Timeless Relic, I believe, coming out for both sides.
You got that. You got the Minotaur Horn for Beastmaster. Looks like he's... Did he pass that one over?
Yeah, maybe he just dropped it. Let's see. Morphling went for the Scotty rather than the Ags.
Actually, yeah, maybe you could finally go to the guy who's always seeming to be getting attacked. It can go to FNG. Have the plus 20 strength on your Abaddon. Just feels so bad when shovel efficiency no longer being used. Oh, and Vici are just waiting for Roche.
Yeah, both teams scouting out. They have the Hawk as well on the side of Gambit. Hey man, I've seen crazier things than a puck with a rapier winning the game, so...
Battling around such a clustered area where you may not have the perfect fit. Well, actually, no, sorry. It's Vici Gaming with a Ninestalker. They're going to have the vision. But at least it's a more clustered area that the puck Dream Coil can do more work on. Everyone's just going to stay in range of the Warning Rift. Sorry, of the phase-shifting puck. Like, that's...
Will this Blade Mail come back to haunt him, though? The Blade Mail on the Tiny. Maybe he just happens to kill himself. Ooh. Seen that with Gyros in the past. Illusionist Cape on the Morphling. Does he have a slot for it, though?
Yeah, he did. He took out the Titan.
It does give you strength and agility, so not a bad item even without the active.
It's like Vici Gaming getting a little sick of waiting for Roshan. They're moving a little bit more aggressively to posture forward.
They have the lower Dark Ascension cooldown on the Nightstalker. I think that's pretty much their only requirement to be able to fight, so having that means they almost can always fight whenever they want to. Eon Disc on the Wyvern makes it even harder for Gambit to get the team fights that they need. I think really good itemization by both squads, but obviously drastic advantage going the way of Vici. Will it be the Ag Scepter or the Refresher Shard? It is the Ag Scepter. Who do you give it to? It's nice free Ags on Drow, maybe Kunkka. Both sound pretty nice. Wouldn't mind seeing Torrent Storm, but he doesn't have any of the Torrent talents. So they do give it to the Kunkka, okay. So a little bit of extra control, not exactly predictable, but...
It's just more chaos that Gambit will have to deal with.
Yep.
And they just come forward. Try Ranger given the second life. Switching out the treads. Will really put that Divine Rapier to the test. Ori will have to get the perfect cheese timing, because you'll hit very hard. Divine Rapier plus the Daedalus. Not to mention Puck, like it's... He goes plus 582 when he's in range of the Beastmaster. On top of his 165. But so many heroes have like there's 4.1k HP on the Tiny, there's 3.4 K on the Nightstalker and 3.3k on the Kunkka.
And under the boat, you have to double those numbers because it gives you that 50% damage reduction. Then just, you know, 8,000 HP Tiny with 4,300 or 43 armor.
Let's get into that effective HP.
Yeah, not even gonna bother with that math. It's a lot, Toby.
Yeah, just let's just say about 50k worth of damage the Gambit will have to do during the fight.
Arcane Rune on Drow with that 40% cooldown reduction talent as well. Super low cooldowns on the Lincolns, the BKB, the Manta, the Hurricane Pike. 19-second cooldown Manta, using that to scout out to maybe enable this smoke.
The upside for Gambit is they are going to fight inside their base, and everyone does everyone actually have their buyback? No, Puck as well as Morph are a little bit short.
If they get a kill or two, they will, but the puck has to be really careful because even his buyback does have the rapier he will drop.
Here they come. The Bramble defense around the tier 4 towers. Joe Ranger already removing a quarter of that first tier 4 tower, pumping into FNG. They do not want that borrowed time triggered already. Quick route on the cover of BKB, just not doing enough. He has those damage over on Eurus. Now he's able to do that. Eurus is dropping very, very quickly. Dream needs a little bit more time, but the ships, they just keep on hitting down as well with the avalanche toss combo. Yang gets himself a double kill. The Dream call of the puck. The work is now being done, but he's silenced up. He cannot phase shift that. He has to wait it out. Joe Ranger back to life thanks to Aegis Immortal. FNG putting his open into a horn to work. So they have to get back in without the Morphling Gambit. It's all or nothing now. But Nightstalker diving in deep. A triple kill for Yang. Joe Ranger ready to fight once more. Ripping through the Abaddon. Puck still with the Rapier playing the back lines. But the Avalanche toss, combo, silence. That'll be the game right there. He'll base shift for the GG is called. Vici Gaming will 2-0 Gambit.
Just too much, man. There's just so much health. How do you kill them? You have a Rapier Daedalus puck and they're not dying.
Maybe EG has an answer.
Yeah.
They'll have a best of 5 in the grand final against Vici Gaming to try and find a way to stop this rampaging lower bracket team.
Yeah, they had a convincing run throughout. Not only do they look good, but they look like they've been improving. And they seem to have a way to deal with the meta heroes. I think that's the most notable thing. And they clearly can address the puck. Will they be able to address the Naga Sirens as such from the EG squad? I'm looking forward to it. They look like they're going to put up a real fight.
Yeah, that they do. EG, like, it's almost a good thing this lower bracket final has seemed so one-sided because EG have looked very dominant throughout this competition, going through the winner bracket. Hey, not having to drop down, guaranteed top 2. But Vici Gaming, at the start I was wondering if their players were really like focused, if they were ready to go. Like, hey, Chinese New Year's around the corner, holiday season coming up soon. Am I on a Friday long weekend kind of mode? But they've knuckled down. They've come in. They're ready to play here in the main event. The drafts are fantastic.
Absolutely. It's hard to describe, but every time they have a draft so far, I'm just like, wow, looks like they're going to win.
Yeah.
And then they win.
Yeah.